Hello guys, back with some interesting stuff. Aside the fact that it's 1:52 a.m. Well, this thing broke off. I don't know if I mentioned it or if you've seen it in any of my previous videos, but this thing here is my lightning detector. So this is the thing that I have. Works really well. It's a very popular circuit you can find on the internet. There you go, yawning again. It needed a few tweaks, but once I got everything right, it works really well. Today a storm was coming in. I don't usually keep it powered on, even though that's something I might want to look into at some point, but I don't think there's much I can do about it because it triggers like a lot of false positives, but that's mainly because this is a highly populated urban area, so there's like hundreds of devices connected to everything, and there's sparks and switches and washing machines and stuff like that all over the place. So I mean, if you turn on the light, it will sense that little spark that happens in the light switch, even if it's on battery. Because now I have it set up with one of these switch mode power supplies, which is connected to the mains. I actually was quite surprised to see how well it works on such a power supply. Yeah, but the thing is that I moved. Where I lived before, I couldn't make it work with any kind of power supply connected to the mains. It would just trigger continuously. But I'm in a different place now, and even if I use this power supply, these are the power cables, you can even see I have these connectors set up for a 7 amp 12 volt lead acid battery. Again, long story cut short, I wanted to turn this thing on today, and lo and behold, it sounded like it suddenly broke. It was just firing continuously. I don't know if I can show that to you now. If I can, there's not really much I can do. Maybe like it was going just like this so the whole time. There was a storm nearby, but it's not something that it usually does, because actually that's quite interesting. The thing is that, as you can see, it's not doing it right now. So I was just about to take a look at it, and now it works. I thought, because okay, it's no matter how good the power supply is, if there's something going on the mains wires, it's gonna end up in one way or the other in the power supply. So just to make sure, I disconnected the power supply. Coincidentally, I had my car battery right next to it. I was charging it because I left something turned on and the battery got discharged. And it did the same thing connected to a battery. So I thought, well, I don't know. I thought it's broken. Turns out maybe it was some kind of electrical drill, a power saw or something from one of the neighbors. I have no idea, but I've never seen it act like that. I didn't do anything to it actually, because I made all this shielding with aluminium foil, and sometimes it will just, I don't know where, it just touches things and it will trigger the beeper. I just opened it up just to make sure that it's not that, and sure enough it was still doing that, triggering continuously even when disassembled like this. So now a few hours later and there's nothing. Let me see if I can put it together back again. I'm not speaking very loud because it's very late and I don't want to wake my neighbors up. That should do it. This is really weird. It's the first time I've seen it do this. And I'm really curious about what actually happened, given the fact that there was a storm nearby. And also given the fact that just a little bit earlier this year we just had a huge tornado in a place and country where you're not supposed to have tornadoes at all, and it was, even by US standards, quite a large one. The cat has the most annoying habit of going out at the latest hours doing stuff. Go back to your place. Go back. Go back. Neighbors complain that they hear the cat running around at night. But I tell you what, one of the reasons we moved out was the crazy neighbors in the other place. I'm gonna tell you, it's a lot better to have neighbors that don't accept noise than ones who make noise. I was literally losing my mind there. What is this? Are you kidding me? How the hell did that end up there? Now the thing is, two of these screw holders broke off, but there's still part of them left. I think it's gonna be okay. Yeah, it was a horror story back there. Not to mention that the main reason we left was because we were risking for the neighbors to kill us. And I really mean it, like really kill us. Drug abuse, alcohol abuse, combined with the fact that we live in a place where the police doesn't do anything. Yeah, it was pretty... I am now thankful to have neighbors that complain about me making noise. That's quite funny. actually. Nope. This one's not going anywhere. It's not going up either. Come on. There you go. It was some really messed up stuff. Like mom with her kids, the neighbors above, and she would just never stop yelling at the kids, cursing them, beating them up. That was at hours like this, like in 12, 1, 2 a.m. You would wake up to the sound of that woman cursing her kids and smashing everything in her way and yelling and... Oh boy. I am sure glad to be out of that place. One advice for everybody: the world is not as a nice place as you think it is. It never is. There's all kind of nasty stuff around. Murders, rape. And if you want to last in this world, you have to realize they're not just in some magical place or just on TV. They're everywhere around you. You have to be prepared for such situations at any given time. Otherwise, you're in for some trouble. This one doesn't. And doesn't come out. Stupid screw, come on. Oh, there it goes. Ah. Okay, just 2 out of 4 screws. This is now assembled, I think. Let's give it a go. See what happens. Let's turn on too. So it only beeps like this when I'm touching the antenna with my bare hands and kind of like make an imperfect contact here. So if you just go one time, it does this. And if you kind of like drag it around, it does that. And wait, something happened to the power LED. Maybe that was the issue. It's kind of coming in and out. Or is it these connections here? No, kind of going out again. What? I have to check that out. And here I was thinking this was gonna be a 3-minute video. Let me get that screen so I can see what I'm doing. It must be the aluminium foil for sure. Yeah. That should fix it. Oh. And one here. And one here. And let's give it another go. The power LED is now good. And I can even test it with one of these electric igniters. Now it works. I don't know what happened. If I find anything out, I'll let you know. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Bye.